It's going to say record. And we are here. Welcome in, everybody. Good evening. I'm Ivan Zoot, and this is a webinar focusing on a book that I recently came upon that I thought was really, really cool. So hang on a minute. I want to put it on speaker view, but when I did that, it put somebody else up there. It's going to be me, and I am going to be speaker. And it's not. It's somebody else. Pin. Now it's pinned me. Okay, there you go. Sorry, Lisa, we had you pinned up there for a little bit. You were almost famous for just a minute there, but we took care of that. It'll go over to speaker view.
No, that's your view.
Oh, okay. What do we do to?
No. This is, I choose.
Oh, you choose your own gallery. You got gallery view up there. All right, I'm pinned as speaker. Anyways, welcome in, everybody. I want to talk about this book. I saw it advertised on social media, and I clicked on it. I read about it a little bit, and I bought the book. Now, when I bought the book, it was free. It was a pay shipping and handling and get the book for free. I don't know if they have that deal running all the time, but I do encourage you to get yourself a copy of the book if, when we're done talking about it, you want to read it. I certainly am not going to tell you everything about the book, but I am going to tell you that I was struck by just how much I thought this book was valuable to our beauty and barber community. And I'm going to give you an overview of what it's all about. I'm going to tell you how I think it applies to what we do. And we'll have a little Q&A on it. So the 12-week year, written by Brian P. Moran and a guy by Michael Lennington. I don't know these guys. It's their book. It's not mine. But I got a copy of it and I read the book. And by the way, I'm not making any money from this. I don't sell the book. I'm not in any way involved in it. All I am is a reader who read the book and got excited about what's going on. Here's the bottom line. A year is a long time. And when we're planning for our business, when we're setting goals and we're being productive and proactive, a year is a really long time. And when the end is a year away, we might procrastinate about getting started. We might not worry about setbacks or challenges along the way as much. We got a lot of time. We got a whole year. And one of the real premises of the book is a year's too long. We've got to compress our end game, the distance at which we're working, much shorter, as a way of creating a sense of urgency that will build into it a sense of productivity and a desire to achieve or accomplish more. So the idea to actually do a webinar about this, I read the book and I started talking about it, but last week in one of my online sessions, and some of you who are here now were there then, one of the members of our community talked about how busy they had been during the week because this week they're on vacation. And I commented on the idea that, man, we're all so productive the week before vacation. We've got to get it all done, and we're going to lose a week. So there's that urgency that is a part of it. And I related that a little bit to the 12-week year concept. Well, here's what we're talking about. There are 52 weeks in a year. Let's break a year down into 4 years. In the book, they call them 12-week years. I don't think we should call them years because all of us think of years as being 52 weeks long, 12 months long. And I don't think we can get that out of our head and out of our mindset. So we can call these quarters, if you will. Think of it as a year in that it is a productivity period. But 52 weeks in a year, that means half a year is going to be 26 weeks. That means half of a half or a quarter is 13 weeks. And the basic idea behind the book is that you're going to treat a year as a 12-week period. And at the end of that 12-week period, you're going to take a week off, vacation. Also, as it happens, we hear people from time to time, especially beauty and barber people, brag about, I haven't had a vacation in 3 years. I haven't had a vacation in 5 years. And we get horrified when we hear that. You can't live like that. So one of the cool things about the 12-week year concept is You are never more than 6 weeks away from a vacation. You're either just coming back from a vacation or you're heading to a vacation. And we all know when we've got something parked on the calendar, we're excited about it. We're looking forward to it. When we're coming back from a vacation, we're sharing that experience with people. It's content for conversation, which in and of itself is not a bad thing. But you're going to have 4 of these cycles per year. You're going to work hard for 12 weeks this year, and you're going to take a week off. You're going to take a week of vacation. And we'll talk more about the money behind some of this in just a little bit. But these 12-week years, these little blocks become hyper-focused. They require that you set boundaries. They require that you exhibit and you cultivate discipline in your behavior. They require that you operate with structure in the plan for how you will deal with every single day. And most importantly, they point out in the book, the notion of accountability, holding yourself accountable for your actions, for the way you use your time, spend your time, invest your time, and for the things that you do. So I really love the concept. And here's the idea. You can start next week if you want. 12 weeks of productivity working towards a goal, and then a week of vacation. Taking that week of vacation. I think it's important that if you're going to do something like this, and by the way, anyone who wants to adopt this system, you've read the book, we've talked about it here, I will be happy to work with you. Join my online academy, because with my academy, you get Zoom coaching sessions, but you get one-on-ones. Every month you get a one-on-one coaching session. The cost of the academy per month is worth it alone just for that. And there's links to the academy in my Instagram link. And anybody that wants to learn more about the academy, just request a link and I will send you the academy link with all of the relevant information. But if you think you want to do this, I want to work with you. I want to work with you in making this happen. But I think the first thing you do is you plot out these 13-week blocks, 12 weeks of work, vacation, 12 weeks of work, vacation. Lay them all out for the entire year. Block the vacation early. I always say beauty and barber professionals should be blocking their vacations for the year in November and December during the holiday season when we are crazy busy, when the clients are causing us to lose our minds. That's when we want to look to the coming year's calendar and go, boom, 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 boom. These are my vacations. Now, when you think about 4 weeks of vacation, it's almost un-American. Americans don't do that. But you know what? Many European countries and other parts of the world and other cultures, 4 weeks of vacation would be seen like not enough. 4 weeks of vacation, I think, and maybe this is a function of my age and where I am in my career, but I'm sitting here going 4 weeks of vacation. I've got to do that. I'm at the point where that's just for me has to happen. It's just got to happen. So step number 1, plot out your year. And it's not 11 weeks and move the vacation because that's a different, better time for your vacation. It's really about establishing the boundaries. 12 weeks, you're going to work hard, vacation. And you're not bound by the calendar. You're not bound by the holidays. You're not bound by what other people are doing. And I got a little mini model I worked out for a year based on a vacation that is part of my product brand community. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I plotted it out and it ends up with 4 seasonal vacations. There's a spring, a summer, a fall, and a winter. And it works out great. And I don't want to focus exclusively on the vacation aspect of the 12-week year, because while that is a cool byproduct of the way this system is formatted and the way it lays out, I believe the real powerful value is in the 12-week focused productivity cycles. You're going to dig deep. You're going to fight hard. You're going to grind for 12 weeks. You're going to set goals that are specific to those time frames. In the 12 weeks, you're going to have objectives. You're going to have check-ins with yourself every single week on what are my big picture strategies for my big goal. You know, when I talk about goal setting, I love this guy, 100 by 100, 100 new haircut customers in 100 days. I'm currently working in my podcast You do know I have a podcast. You do listen to the podcast. I'm in 4 weeks of 5 in a 5-part series on SMART goals. And SMART goals are, hang on, interruption. SMART goals are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. I'm going to record T tomorrow in the podcast. New podcast every Sunday, 2 p.m. But SMART goals, T, that time bound, is if you don't put a date on the end of it, 100 new haircut clients would not be a good book. 100 new haircut clients in 100 days is a good book, because not only is it a strategy and a plan, but it's time bound. It's got that date on the back end of it. Now, 12 weeks is 84 days. It's really close to this, but it's 2 weeks short. It's close, but not quite. And having that time horizon set there really makes you focused in on the productivity of your goals. So maybe your goal, and as an example for one 12-week period, is I'm going to work the week, my standard schedule. I'm going to take care of my customers and my clients, but I'm going to focus on building my take-home hair care product business. And I'm going to set goals for myself within this 12 weeks of remembering to use and discuss product with every client, remembering to suggest and recommend product to every client. Maybe in that 12-week period, I'm going to introduce one new item. Maybe I'm going to have an item of the month. So if retail focus is one of your 12s, and you've got 4 throughout the year, one of them could be client building. One of them could be asking for referrals and rebooking. One of them could be take home hair care product. And one of them could be some other goals, maybe personal goals like your own health, wellness, and fitness, getting in the gym, eating well, taking care of yourself, getting enough sleep, all those kind of things. That would be 4 big goals that could plug into 4 12-week cycles during which you took care of clients, you took care of your business, and you had on the horizon that break, that vacation. Now, maybe 4 weeks of vacation, maybe 2 of them should be more traditional vacations where you go somewhere. Maybe 1 of them should be a staycation where you just turn off the phone and lock yourself in the house. And maybe 1 of them should be a little more localized, where maybe the vacation is, I live in Chicago. Maybe you go up to Milwaukee, or maybe you go to St. Louis. Don't go to St. Louis. The Cardinals are in St. Louis. Don't go to St. Louis. Maybe you go to Indianapolis. You get my point. You go to Detroit. I was there last week. Great city, Detroit. But the idea is these vacations don't have to be big money spends, and they don't have to involve jet planes and hotels and rental cars and things like that, but they can. Now, what I do want to talk about here for a little bit in this 12-week concept, 12 weeks of productivity, 1 week of vacation, get back at it. Let's talk about this mini schedule for a minute. My hair care product company, if you don't know, I've licensed my Clipper Guy product to a company called John Amico. John Amico is a family-owned hair care product company based in Chicago. And great products, great prices, great compensation, all kinds of digital support. You get apps and websites and web tools and great stuff. But one of the cool things is you get a free vacation. We call it our adventure vacation. Cruises. This last year, just recently, a couple weeks back, I was at a Club Med resort in Cancun, Mexico for a week. We do this. It's cool. So we do it in February. Using February as a week of vacation, I plotted out what a year would look like on the 12-week program, because I got to tell you guys, mark your calendars, I am going back on vacation with my John Amico friends in February of 2023. I'm counting it down already. But here you go. We went on vacation this year, February 6th through 12th. And working backwards from that date, what that would mean would be November 13th, or working backward from next year. Let's say next year we go February 6th through 12th, which we did this year too. February 6th through 12th, 2023 is our vacation. We know it. It's already in our calendar. Working back by 12 weeks is November 13th through February 5th. That would be our 12-week work period. Well, that would mean there's another vacation right before that, November 6 through 12. 12 weeks of work before that, August 7 through November 5. That means another week of vacation, July 31 through August 6. Another 12 weeks of work, which brings us to May 1 through 7. So listen to this again. I'm going to go backwards now. May 1 through 7, July 31 through August 6, November 6 through 12, and February 6 through 12. That means May, July, November, February. May, springtime, July, summer, November, fall, February, winter. 4 weeks of vacation broken up with 12 weeks of focused, productive business. That's how easy it is to plot that out. Now, I want to talk about the actual numbers. I want to talk about the money, because some people look at this and go, how's this going to work money-wise? I broke it down. I got the paper. You all know, hang on a second, I got a little confusion there. You all know about my book, $100,000 Hair Cutter. If you don't have a copy, get a copy. But I love that number. I love hanging that number out there because not enough of us are hitting that number. Plenty of us do. Congratulations if you do. Some people blow that number away. But that number, I think, for so many beauty and barber professionals is a really nice big fat goal that you can put out there. What about 100 grand? Well, interestingly, I think the goal of $100,000, number one, I think it's realistic and achievable for every beauty and barber professional. I'll say that right now. Number two, I think the goal of $100,000 a year fits nicely with the, gotta hold it up, 12-week year concept. Let me walk you through how I'm thinking about the money. $100,000 a year broken into 4 of these 12-week periods. It's $25,000 per 12-week period. Easy math. I know you're with me. Break that down, 25,000 divided by 12. That's $2,083 per week. In order to hit that number, working 12, 12, 12, 12, 48 weeks of the year, you got to generate $2,083 per week. 5-day work week, you know me, I'm breaking down the numbers, $416.67. Call it $420 per day. Now, if you're working an 8-hour day, that comes out to be, watch how this math works now, friends. $416.67 per day is your income goal. 8 hours a day, $52.08, $52.08, $52. Remember that number, $52. Because if you can do 2 haircuts per hour, and I believe most good productive beauty and barber professionals can bang out 2 haircuts per hour, you need $52 an hour in revenue. It's $26 a haircut. $26 per haircut. Let that sink in for just a second. The national average for haircuts right now is $28. So we're talking about just under national average. And who wants to be just under average? You want to talk about pricing? I got the book, the new book, the Pricing Playbook. We can talk about it. That's the plug and play your data book to help you get your numbers where they need to be. But if you can cut at the national average, $28 a cut, 2 an hour, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you still get 2 days a week off for a weekend, and you're getting 4 weeks off for the year on the 12-week year system. My friend, you're earning 100 grand. Now, I want to take it one step further. Let's say you want to go on a real vacation every 12 weeks, a vacation that involves a plane ticket. Maybe you want to go on a cruise. Maybe you want to go to an all-exclusive resort like I did in Mexico. I'm budgeting $1,800 for that. I think I'm not inaccurate when I say for $1,800, you can buy a plane ticket and a resort. or a plane ticket and a cruise. I see cruises for $600, $700. But at $1,800 as a budget, that's $150 per week, or $3.75 an hour. That's assuming you want to go on 4 of these vacations, not the 2 that I was recommending earlier. 2 weeks local, 2 weeks on a big trip. That brings your haircut from the $26 you needed to hit 100,000 to just a hair over that national average. So what I'm trying to say here is the 12-week year system is very, very realistically credible for beauty and barber professionals. $100,000 is very, very realistically credible for beauty and barber professionals. And I think that's one of the reasons I got excited about this book, is because I saw where it merges with this book. And I also understood how well it fits in the conversation with this book, the 100-day targeted plan. And of course, if we're talking about this book, we're going to talk about this book, because it all comes down to the money. Yes, guys, I read a lot. Yes, I've written a lot, but it's not just about my books. This one for me really felt like a golden nugget in terms of understanding how to plan your work and work your plan. What I want to do now is I want to open it up to Q&A. We've got Instagram. Obviously, some questions can flow through Instagram. I'll try to keep up and catch them. We do have chat open here on Zoom, and I'm just going to go to chat. I got a bunch of people saying hello. David said it was freezing up, but I think that was David. It wasn't me. Getaways, David says, absolutely. That is a piece of it, is that getaway concept. You're always 6 weeks away from either having just come back or 6 weeks away from getting going. So I want to open it up to some Q&A on this. Some of you, has anybody read the book? If you've read the 12-week year book, I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are having read the book. If you haven't, go out and get a copy. I've got a bookmark in mind, because although I did finish reading it, and there he is right there, the captain, Jeter, he's my bookmark. I use baseball cards for bookmarks. Because that way I get to see that baseball card all the time. The current book I'm reading upstairs, that one's an Anthony Rizzo baseball card. We got a Cub in there, but or a Yankee, depending on how you want to look at it. Questions? Anybody got them? Anybody want to talk about this book and how it might impact them? Again, you haven't seen it, but I've tried to give you an overview. And he gets deep in the book. He talks about accountability. No, I don't sell the book. The book's available online. You got to look it up. Brian P. Moran, 12-week year. I do not offer or sell this book. I'm not in any way involved in the marketing of the book. I'm a reader, a fan who found the book. So that's my connection to it. May 1st, David, happy birthday. I saw that in the chat. Anybody who's here on Zoom, if they want to unmute to ask a question, you are certainly welcome to do that, as long as we maintain, a little sense of organization. It doesn't get too crazy. And I think I heard somebody. Anybody got a question? Yeah, Maggie, what do you got?
Yeah, I was just wondering, would you count all these trips, what we are doing to the hair shows and so on? Would you put that into a vacation week, or would you do that separate?
Well, here's the idea, Maggie. I think when you're laying out the 12-week year, and that's a great question. We have a trip coming up. We go out of town for a hair show or something like that. That's not a vacation week, because with the structure that they lay out in the book, you're going to work 12 weeks in a row, and you're going to take a week of vacation. You're not going to work 11 because you want to go on vacation the week of something special going on. Maybe you want to go to San Diego and you want to catch a Padres game, and the Padres are out of town on week 13. So you'll just go a week early on week 12. That's a no-no. You don't want to do that. You want to lay out your 12. Like I said, you don't go on vacation when everybody else goes on vacation. You don't go on vacation when a major holiday falls, unless it happens to coincidentally fall on week 13, or unless you've plotted the entire year deliberately so that week 13 coincides with something like that. So along the way, as an example, Maggie, next weekend is the show in New York. If you were going to the show in New York, you know, maybe you got to leave a little early to go. You're going to be back. You're not going to miss a day in the shop. That's not part of that 12-week cycle. Certainly, you know, you might have, you know, you got to go to the dentist. That might monkey with a day. But I think the real intent and vision here is that the 12 weeks of work be very, very focused and dedicated. It's that play hard, but work hard so you can play hard kind of thinking. I don't think we need to talk. Maggie, I know she's a friend for those of you that don't know. Big discipline, I get it. Maggie understands discipline and hard work, but that's such a piece of this is, and I have it written in my notes, it says right here, it says boundaries, discipline, structure, and accountability. Those are the 4 words I have written in my notes that are fundamental to how this should work. Scott says, together, great find. So with the dates of vacation then rotate. The dates of vacation wouldn't rotate by much from year to year, because if you did this year over year, you would always be 1 through 12, 13, 1 through 12, 13. Now, could you tweak? I think you could. I think if you got to a particular year where it was grandma and grandpa's 75th wedding anniversary and the family was gathering in Boca and you had to go that week, you could back up from that and allow for it. But really, you want to hold to the structure. I think that's part of the key of all that. And it's that idea of focused goal setting. Do I think that possibly there's a version of this instead of 4 12s that could be, oh, I don't know, 6 8s? I'm trying to do the math really fast in my head. And the answer is yes, but no. And here's what I mean. 6 periods, 8 weeks long with a 1-week break. Could it work? Mathematically, it could work. But now your focus period is only 8 weeks long. And I question whether you could be successful at achieving big goals with just the 8-week window. I think the magic is the way in which the 12 really works. So I'm not so sure. There's a lot of room if you're really going to do it. It's one of those things. If you're in, you're in. In for a penny, in for a pound. If you look at this and say, I'm going to do it, I don't think you can half do it. I think you really have to be in it with both feet in a big way. Anybody else? I don't want to run more than about a half hour with this. I really wanted to plant the seed. I want to continue this dialogue. If you're a member of my academy, thank you for being a part of the academy. We will talk about this further in the academy. If you're not a member of the $100,000 Haircutter Online Academy, it's an online video-based educational program that also has downloadable modules, a resource library, monthly Zoom meetings, one-on-one coaching. If the link is in my Instagram profile, if you can't find the link, ask for one. You can read and watch videos and learn about what the Academy is all about. And I would love to start, I will start a group. If there are a group of people that want to do this together as a focus group, I will start a group from a subgroup of the Academy for Academy members that want very specific coaching on integrating something like this as a plan. Because really, the real goal of this, the real value in this is the structure that it gives through which you can set and achieve big things, big goals, big accomplishments for yourself and for your career. That's kind of what it's all about. Final questions, anybody got one? Otherwise, I'm going to say thank you for joining me here. I'm going to say thank you for being a part of it. When I go upstairs tonight, I'm going to process this video. I'm going to get it up on YouTube and share it with a link. So if you came in late and want to see the whole thing, it'll be on my YouTube channel. If you came for the whole thing and want to hear it again, go for it. Go online, get a copy of the book, and reach out to me and we can talk about it. Lisa had a question? What do you got?
How do you handle customers when they say to you, another vacation?
I think it's a great question. Lisa wants to know, for those of you that couldn't hear that through Instagram. Lisa wants to know, how do you handle customers when they say another vacation? I think the easiest thing would be, hell yeah, I'm going on vacation. You've earned it. You work very hard. And by the way, they're going on vacation constantly, but they don't think you should. They think they should go on vacation, but you should be there available for them 24/7, 365. And they don't see the irony. They don't see the disconnect of that. I don't think 4 one-week vacations a year for a haircut professional. You got to remember, we're in an industry in which we do and we give and we serve and we open up a vein and we bleed for people, you know, and we don't mind it. We agree. We know that's the bargain. We know that's what we signed up for. But that doesn't make it easy. It makes it fun. I love this business, but it's not always easy to do. So the answer is, I don't think we apologize. That's why notice I didn't say, I'm sorry, I'm going on vacation. I said, hell yes, it's time for another vacation. And, you know, I think, you know, I like to make a joke out of it. I don't think I'd have any problem looking, if I were working behind a chair saying, hell yes, it's time for another vacation. You people make me crazy. And as long as you say something like that with a smile, I think they get it. And if they don't get it, well, that's okay too. Great, great question. What you got?
Instagram, somebody wants to know what's the book, and someone said how to get more clients.
What's the book? The book is The 12-Week Year. Brian Moran, Michael Lennington, right there. That's the book. Just go online, go on Amazon. You can get a copy of it. And somebody asked a question about how to get more clients. There's no better way than this. And by the way, did you know 100 by 100, 100 new haircut customers in 100 days? This book is free. Go to my website, click on free book offer. All you got to do is pay shipping and handling. Any day can be day one, and 100 days, I think it's going to be June 11th, is 100 days from today. Change your life. New clients, no better way to build them than that book right there. All right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say, you know where to find me. New YouTube every Wednesday, new podcast every Sunday, Zoot Booster video every Monday, $100,000 Haircutter Academy online. Lots of ways I want to help you build and grow your business. And I came across this book and I said, the 12-week year is perfect for us in beauty and barbering. Get a copy, read the book. Hopefully the guy that wrote this is going to see this video at some point and he'll send me a thank you note because a lot of people are going to check out this book. It's definitely worth reading. Thank you very much. Have a great night, everybody. If you got further questions or comments, you know where to find me. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.